It's an interesting story. My involvement with the game began actually late in my life, in college. As I entered my first year at Campbell University, they were starting an intramural soccer team and wanted to know if I'd like to play. And I said, well, I've never played the game before, never even seen the game before, but I think it'd be a great way to meet some guys, so sure, I'll come out. So after our intramural game, the coach came over and said, guys say you handle yourself fairly well out here. You got any interest in playing? I said, well, I've never played the sport before tonight, but I've never had any more fun in my entire life. I said, I'll give it a go. Actually, our first preseason scrimmage was on Friday, and I ended up starting in that game. So it was a very quick and fast introduction and initiation into the sport of soccer. First got involved with the NSCAA by virtue of reading the Scholastic Coach magazine, which was advertising its national convention. And I was so eager to gain additional insights and information about the sport that I decided to go to the national convention in New York at the old Commodore Hotel. My professional growth and development improved tremendously by virtue of the NSCAA. That would have never occurred had I been on my own. And I was able to build relationships with people that afforded me opportunities that I might not have had otherwise. Two examples being the opportunity to work with the World Cup in 1994 and work with the Olympics in 1996. You have a certain volume of work that must be done. You have a very definite beginning and end, and there's no excuses. It has to be done and completed by the end of the event. The World Cup in Detroit was uniquely challenging in that we had to put grass indoors for the first time ever in the history. First time in the history of the World Cup, or any international event for that matter, that sport was played indoors on a natural turf field. Being in Detroit in the coldest winter in the past 100 years made it even more challenging because I had to keep it alive in the parking lot of the Silverdome until the following spring. And when I was able to uncover it in March and see that it was green, that was probably the greatest elation that I had during that entire event. When I got involved with the NSCAA, it gave me an opportunity to grow and expand like I could have never expected. The people that I've had the opportunity to meet, to talk with, to work with, and so forth, have expanded my horizons beyond anything I could have ever expected. I think my most important contributions to the players who have been around me is to teach them a love of the game. A chance to continue to develop and grow the sport in our country. I wanted them to come away with the same passion and the same love and appreciation for the game as I've had during my career. That means more to me than anything in the world. Those relationships, the time that we spent together, we were able to generate a whole new fan base of student athletes who also put back into the game. That was the thing I wanted to get across to them is if you're taking something away from the sport, be sure to take time to put something back.